Hi, I'm Don Peoples, President of Butte Central Catholic Schools, and welcome to We Are BC TV. Today we're taping from the lobby of the Maroon Activity Center, and our special guest is head Lady Maroons basketball coach, Meg Murphy. Coach, welcome and thanks for being here.
Thanks, absolutely.
Well, you're off to a great start. We might as well jump right into it. Last year was a rebuilding year and won one game, and it was an interesting year because you were in a lot of games. It wasn't a situation last year where you just got handled every game. Your kids fought hard, but this year's a new year and you're 3-0. So let's talk about that. What a great start to the season.
Yeah, I think our kids last year, I think that we've built a program where we have been successful, and so when they lost a real close game, they didn't know how to respond. And like you alluded to, they were in a lot of close games last year, and we were. This year the difference is I just think there's a lot more maturity. There's that plays into a huge factor, of course, and younger kids stepping up and partaking in being leaders on the floor as well. So it's really been an interesting group of kids. They've worked hard. They seem to get along really well. Chemistry is a huge deal in basketball, and so anytime you have good chemistry going, the chances of winning it greatly increase, as you know. And I just think our kids right now are playing with some confidence. They're giving me everything that they have. And the nice thing is it's not just one kid. We don't have one kid that stands out every night. And I think that balanced scoring attack is just a huge thing. And one thing we pride ourselves on is defense, and I think we've done a great job defensively of stopping other teams. And so I think that has put us in great situations and gave us a chance to win.
Yeah, I think I've noticed I've been able to watch it in person twice and on the NFHS network another time, and your kids are playing really hard. I think that's really that's the key to your success so far.
Yeah, and I think this year we go 8 to 10 deep, and so on any given night, we have a kid step in that's come off the bench and provides us with a huge spark. Whether it's Brooke Badavinik or it's Avery Kelly or it's Ella Woodry or Peyton Hartwick or Brent Foley, those kids come in off the bench and provide us the minutes that we need to give the starters a break. And we didn't have that last year. We didn't have kids being able to step in and play 5 minutes out of the quarter and be productive. So I think that's a huge advantage for us, that our guards are able to get a breather during the quarter and not have to lay out there the whole quarter and not produce because they're too tired.
Well, the first game on January 7th against the Park High Lady Rangers was really a huge step forward for the program. You were able to play a freshman, JV, and varsity team for the first time in many years, and you got three victories. So the very first game of the season, we got a 3-game sweep with our program. So that was exciting. Yeah,
we were really unsure if we were going to be able to do it. We probably complained more than anybody about doing it. And now that we look back, it's something we felt we really need to try and do. And it really makes a big difference. When you have some freshmen that just don't have a whole lot of playing experience, they're far more to be successful and stay with basketball if they have the opportunity to play. And I think as coaches, we really felt that those kids deserve the opportunity to play against kids their own age. And that makes a huge difference. And they won a game. Actually they've done very, very well. So you're excited for them. Like we said, we had one kid that's not played a lot and stepped back and drains a 3 to tie the game.
That was exciting.
Yeah. So you got to look at that, and I think that's going to end up paying off for us in the long run.
Well, we talked about in the first segment here a month ago. The playing time in your program is that there's so much playing time. Those kids are the younger girls are playing 6 quarters a night.
Yeah, they sure are, and that's one thing that we've talked about. It's when you get long weeks like this, you give them a little bit of a break because come Friday, Saturday, some of those kids are going to play 6 quarters, and that's a lot of minutes when you think about it. 32 minutes is a lot of minutes, but when they're playing that 6 minutes, 48 minutes a day, it wears on a body. So, but it's also a great experience. They're playing a ton and not sitting, so it's really important.
It's a great way to develop players. So let's jump right into the game-by-game recap. The game 1 was against Park High. Our girls hadn't won a game in a long time, and at the varsity level when it came out and really battled hard and found a way to get a good win at home to open the season.
Yeah, opening with Park was a big deal because Park's coming off of a state appearance with basically that group of kids, and they played well at state. I believe they were in the Saturday morning game, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they were for sure. Yeah.
And so their program's got a lot of up going for them right now, and so I was a little nervous about that because they're very athletic, very scrappy, a lot like we are. And so for us to come out and put as many points as we did on the board, and come out with a solid victory was really huge. I thought that led into Three Forks, another team that's a lot like us. Coach Savageau has those kids playing hard all the time. And,
it's a great program.
Yeah, and they lost some kids, but they're still pretty solid. And being on the road, it's always a challenge, not knowing what to expect. So I was really pleased with the way we performed then. And then starting off with our first conference game, Corvallis has some great kids back in the Gilder girl and the Powell girl.
They had great size. They were a big basketball team.
Very, very much so. I was really pleased with the way our kids handled their inside presence. I thought, we didn't get out on Powell as much as we did, but that's sometimes, going to happen. I thought Brooke Badavini, those kids played, Sophie Thatcher, Delaney Haskett, they handled things very well out on the top, but our inside play of Taylor Harrington and Mark Bolt was huge. And those kids are giving up a lot of inches, so, in my opinion, they played extremely hard. Taylor Harrington, they did a great job on those big girls. 3 big girls inside, that's huge.
Well, and I think, that in that Corvallis game, you were behind in the fourth quarter, clawed your way back, and then once you got the lead, there was just some great hustle plays, kids diving on the floor, taking charges, getting rebounds, and getting stops, and you put enough points on the board to win. So it was a great effort.
Yeah, I thought our press caused them a lot of problems. We scrambled a lot, and they just busted all over the floor trying to get some steals, and they did. And then they came up with huge plays, and thank God we made a few free throws.
Right. So I think one of the common things we've talked about today already is that your kids are playing hard, they're having fun, and they're finding a way to win. So that's been exciting.
Yeah, I can never fault the way the kids play. They always play hard for me. But it's sure nice. It's a lot better winning than it is losing.
It's great to see the girls walking out of games with a smile on their face.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're a great group of kids, really.
I can't complain. And they come to practice every day to work hard, and they give us everything they have, and that's really all you can ask for.
Well, let's take a look at this week now. 2 tough conference games on the horizon at Frenchtown on Friday, and then home Saturday against Stevite. Those are 2 tough conference opponents. The first, Frenchtown, is they've been tough over the years.
Yeah, Frenchtown's got some. They've got some height that's coming back that they didn't really have last year, but those kids played on the JV, and one strictly played JV only because she transferred. So she's a good player. I remember watching her in the JV game, wondering what the heck she was playing on the JV team for. But they have her, then they have a couple guards. It's the Big Nail girl, and so they're pretty solid. I think they've lost 1 or 2, but they're playing up in the north, and the north is pretty darn
There's good basketball in the north.
Yeah, so that it's going to be a tough game. It's always tough down in Frenchtown. It's a great rival for us, and so I know our kids will come out ready to play. And then Stevensville, they haven't won, and they get beat up a little bit, but they're as scrappy as can be. Alicia Sims has them playing well. The Sims girl, her sister's playing. They have some good youth in them, and so I expect them to come out and be very, very competitive. Both games are games we can win, but we have to come out and do the things that we're capable of doing.
Well, great, Coach. It's exciting. 3-0 is always a great way to start, and I know that I think we have 5 weeks left of the regular season. There's going to be a lot of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
13 more games plus postseason, but there'll be a lot of playing time over the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Wow, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, 6 weeks.
Well,
that's a lot of basketball.
Thanks for being here, Coach.
Yep,
this is great to share the inside scoop on Lady Maroon basketball.
Yeah.
We'll do this every couple of weeks. I know that we have a lot of great response from the first segment. A
Great.
lot of former Lady Maroons out there like to hear about what's going on. And,
Oh yeah, they're great supporters, and it's always fun to catch up with them, and they're always positive and backing us. they're always yelling, "Go Maroons!" So,
And you know, the other thing is people need to follow our Facebook page so that you can find
Absolutely.
the links to the National Federation High School website, so you can watch the Lady Maroons. Now with the pandemic, we have limited crowds, but you can log on and watch every game, and which is exciting. And congratulations on the early success, and then we'll touch base with the fans out there in the next couple weeks. So,
all right,
thanks, Coach.
thanks.